My name is Udo-Ema, and I am an independent video producer. What that means is I work with clients to develop story-based solutions. I create character-driven videos to help them solve their common communication problems. It's always kind of been with me, telling stories and being creative. I remember as a kid, I thought I was going to be a baker and a chef and a professional golfer and a veterinarian and a whole sorts of different things. But I think that there was a certain thread that always came back to having some sort of creative outlet. I originally went to school for mechanical engineering. My dream was to be an Imagineer for Disney, doing the animatronics for movies like Jumanji and things like that. I still remember watching the behind the scenes of Jumanji and seeing the big robotic lion. I decided that's what I was going to go to school for. My dad was an engineer, and engineering seemed to make sense to me, and I'm not afraid to admit that I'm also a huge Star Trek fan. So the idea of being the chief engineer that just kind of had a nice ring to it. But after 3 years of engineering and thermodynamics thoroughly beating me up, I realized that this wasn't working for me, or more specifically, my parents said, "This isn't working for you, you need to do something else." So what do you want to do? Well, I still wanted to do special effects for movies. So I figure if I can't do them physically, I'll do them digitally. And so I came back to Arizona and I got my first degree in computer animation from the Art Institute of Phoenix. Shortly after I graduated, a buddy of mine from Purdue moved back and we decided we were going to make our first feature-length film. It's a terrible, terrible little movie called Night of the Chihuahuas. It's a story about a bunch of mutant chihuahuas that overtake a small Arizona town. The movie is terrible, but we had a lot of fun making it and we learned a lot in the process. After that, we went on to make 2 more feature-length indie flicks, and as much fun as I was having, I realized I didn't want to do horror movies all the time. I wanted to branch out and do some other creative works. Now, because of my analytical nature and that engineering background, I always tend to look at things with the end in mind, and recognizing that a filmmaking career and making movies is a very slow and difficult process, I needed to find a way to supplement my income, if you will. It just happened to be that YouTube was becoming really, really popular at about this point, and it was beyond the cats playing pianos and people getting hit in the groin. It was actually becoming a viable tool for businesses. So I came to the realization that I've got a unique skill set, and that this might be something that I can offer to the business community as a way of helping them communicate their message and their brand, and as a way for me to help maintain my creative endeavors. At its highest aspiration, View from Above would be a production house that creates compelling content that builds an audience that people can't get enough of. My name's Udo-Ema. I am an independent video producer that creates character-driven stories to solve common business problems.